The rumors are flying and the internet is buzzing, but Teyana Taylor is finally setting the record straight. After being spotted out and about with Jacob Elordi at Coachella, the actress is putting the romance speculation to rest once and for all. She is calling Elordi her award-season BFF and insisting their bond is purely platonic, so find out exactly what she had to say about their festival weekend and why she is tired of the headlines.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
But that is not the only place you will see Jacob Elordi making waves, because he is officially stepping into a dangerous new world. The first trailer for the high-stakes thriller The Dog Stars has finally dropped, giving us our first look at Elordi as a pilot struggling to survive in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. This film is shaping up to be an emotional roller coaster, where survival is instinct, but humanity is a choice. This is a massive return to form for a true Hollywood legend, because Ridley Scott is back to his sci-fi roots. The visionary director behind Alien and The Martian is bringing his signature style to The Dog Stars, and fans are already calling it a potential award-season powerhouse. With an ensemble cast that includes Josh Brolin and Margaret Qualley, you do not want to miss how Scott is reinventing the genre this time around. From the gripping radio transmission that kicks off the adventure to the mystery surrounding Jasper, the dog everyone is talking about this film. The Dog Stars hits theaters on August 28, and it is primed to be the most talked about cinematic event of the late summer. If you want to keep up with every update on this thriller and the rest of the hottest celebrity news, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell for notifications. Ever feel like you can't just hang out with a friend without the internet trying to write your entire wedding guest list for you? That is exactly the position Teyana Taylor finds herself in right now. Following her appearance at Coachella, the rumor mill went into absolute overdrive, linking her to none other than Jacob Elordi. But Teyana, she is officially shutting that noise down. In a recent chat at the Blue Book 2026 gala, the All's Fair star broke her silence, calling the whole situation crazy. She set the record straight, explaining that she and the Wuthering Heights actor bonded during this year's Oscar race, where they were both first-time nominees and have since become strictly award-season BFFs. She even jokingly referred to him as her mullet twin, reminding us all that, believe it or not, men and women can actually just be friends. It is a refreshing dose of reality, isn't it? Whether they show up together for the second weekend of Coachella or not, Teyana seems perfectly content keeping this relationship in the platonic zone. What do you think? Is this just a genuine friendship, or is there more brewing behind the scenes? Let me know your take in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the update, and don't forget to subscribe for more celebrity deep dives. After all, in a world of constant speculation, sometimes the simplest explanation is the most human one. Ever wondered what you would actually do if the world ended tomorrow? It is a heavy question, and it is exactly what kicks off the first trailer for Ridley Scott's latest high-stakes thriller, The Dog Stars. The master filmmaker behind Gladiator and The Martian just dropped a teaser at CinemaCon that has everyone talking, and honestly, the sheer tension is palpable. The trailer opens with a haunting moment where Jacob Elordi's character, Hig, is asked about his life before the collapse. His answer, just kissing his wife and playing with his dog, feels like a heartbreaking relic of a life that no longer exists. From there, we are thrust into a brutal, unforgiving landscape where survival is the only objective. Based on Peter Heller's acclaimed novel, the story follows Hig, a pilot who has built a solitary life alongside a gritty military survivalist played by the legendary Josh Brolin. Their uneasy existence is shattered when a mysterious radio signal forces them out of their comfort zone and into the great unknown in a desperate hunt for a sliver of hope. What makes this project truly special, though, is the sheer star power involved. Beyond Elordi and Brolin, the ensemble cast is stacked with heavy hitters like Margaret Qualley, Guy Pearce, Benedict Wong, and the incredible Allison Janney. With a cast this prestigious and Ridley Scott behind the lens, it is already being whispered about as a major Academy Awards contender. This is not just another survival flick. It is a film with the emotional weight and epic scale that Oscar voters usually find impossible to ignore. Mark your calendars, because The Dog Stars hits theaters on August 28th. Do you think this will be the movie that finally lands Elordi his first golden statue? Drop a comment below with your take and make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss our deep dive into the rest of this year's biggest releases. After all, in a world that can change in a heartbeat, you'll want to stay tuned. When you mention names like John Carpenter or M. Night Shyamalan, you immediately know what you are getting. But when it comes to the legendary Ridley Scott, you are talking about the very architect of modern science fiction. From the claustrophobic dread of Alien to the rain-slicked existentialism of Blade Runner, Scott hasn't just made movies. He has defined the visual language of the future. Now, at 88 years young, the master is returning to his roots, and trust me, you are not ready for this. We are talking about his upcoming post-apocalyptic thriller, The Dog Stars. The first trailer just dropped at CinemaCon, and it is every bit as haunting as you would expect. Imagine a world where a flu has essentially wiped the slate clean of humanity. In this desolate new landscape, we follow Jacob Elordi's character, Hig, who finds himself forging an unlikely alliance with Margaret Qualley and Josh Brolin. They are taking to the skies in a Cessna, hunting for a scrap of hope in a broken world. The cast here is absolutely stacked, featuring heavy hitters like Guy Pearce, Allison Janney, and Benedict Wong. It has been nearly a decade since we last saw Scott take on true sci-fi, and with Mark L. Smith, the mind behind The Revenant, penning the script, the tone feels grounded, gritty, and dangerously emotional. But let's address the elephant, or rather, the dog in the room. The story centers on Hig and his canine companion, Jasper. We have all seen movies where the dog is used as a cheap trick to pull at our heartstrings, but given the title itself is a tribute to these loyal creatures, I am officially putting the industry on notice. If Jasper doesn't make it to the credits, we are all going to have a serious problem. The Dog Stars hits theaters this August, and it feels like a rare, precious event in an industry currently obsessed with endless franchises. If you are as excited as I am to see Ridley Scott back at the helm of a sci-fi epic, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of film. Tell me in the comments, what is your favorite Ridley Scott film of all time? Keep your eyes on the horizon, because in a world this dark, the smallest glimmer of loyalty might just be what saves us all. If you thought you knew what a post-apocalyptic thriller looked like, think again. Jacob Elordi is stepping out of the high school drama spotlight and straight into the pilot seat for Ridley Scott's latest masterpiece, The Dog Stars. This isn't just another grim, dusty trek through the wasteland. It's a story about what it actually means to stay human when the world stops being hospitable. Based on Peter Heller's hit 2012 novel, the film introduces us to Hig, a pilot played by Elordi, and his partner in survival, a military-hardened Josh Brolin. They've built a life of isolation, but the kind of isolation that starts to wear thin. The trailer, which just dropped after a high-profile reveal at CinemaCon, hits you right in the heart. It starts with the bliss of a life before the fall, a pregnant wife, a new dog, a simple home, before violently cutting to a world silenced by a global pandemic. You see the barren earth, the tactical warnings from Brolin's character, and that desperate, burning question, is there anyone else out there? Hig isn't interested in just surviving, he's looking for a reason to live, and that sets him on a dangerous journey into the unknown. And get this, the cast is absolutely stacked. We're talking Margaret Qualley, Guy Pearce, Benedict Wong, and Allison Janney all joining the fray. What makes this project truly fascinating is Ridley Scott's own take on the genre. He admits he's done the grim thing before with Blade Runner, but for this project, he wanted to pivot toward hope. He's looking at the idea that if you do the right thing, maybe, just maybe, the world will meet you halfway. It's a bold departure that feels genuinely fresh in a landscape saturated with end-of-the-world cinema. Dog Stars hits theaters on August 28th, and it's shaping up to be one of the most anticipated releases of the summer. Are you ready to see a different side of Jacob Elordi, or do you think the post-apocalyptic genre has finally run out of gas? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the latest movie news. After all, in a world that's constantly changing, staying informed is the only survival skill you really need.